Hello everybody, I'm GTG and welcome back to this tutorial series, and in today's episode we're gonna take a look at the Entity Damaged by Entity event. We're inside our plugin from the last episode. It's the Entity Spawn event, and I've created a new listener class, Zombie Damaged it's called, and that's it to get started. We need to do event handler because we're gonna create an event handler with a public void on damage, because the event is gonna be called when an entity damaged another entity. So it could be a player against a zombie, could be a creeper blowing up and damaging a zombie, it could be a skeleton accidentally shooting another mob, etc, etc. It could be golems. And entity damaged by entity event E. And what I want to look is, because I want to call the entity damaged event by entity, I want to do something with it if the entity that's damaged, so entity type, get entity type, e dot get entity dot get type equals a zombie, because we spawn in a zombie in this plugin. So entity type, just like last time, dot zombie. And just for this one it would be easier to actually check if it's the player, because I want to see if it's the player that damaged it. So e dot get damager, as you see it's an entity, so we do not know if it's a player, so we check if it's instance of a player, so if it's equals a player class, and then we get the player, so player p equals casted to player e dot get damager, because get damager is of type entity and we want to be of type player. And then we just send a message towards the thing, you damaged a zombie. And what we can do is we can check for the e.getCause.toString, just like that. Now we also check what damage the thing did. Well, you can also check for what kind of damage you did. So that's it. That's it for the coding, and we're gonna take a look at it in the server. See you there. So we're inside Minecraft now. I've started up the server, and let's go check it out. And if everything works alright, I can spawn in a zombie with /se. Indeed, and if I damage it, you damage the zombie with entity.attack. Bear in mind that if I spawn in the zombie and I shoot it with a bow, no event will be called, because I do not damage the entity by an entity. The entity gets damaged by a projectile, namely the arrow, and that's a whole other event, which I'm gonna discuss in another episode. So that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Even if you don't want to see more, subscribe. And go check out the Discord if you got any questions, feedback or suggestions for further episodes. And see you next time. Bye.